everyone, it's Chantal. Welcome back to my channel! It's been so long, I know. Don't complain. It's been a time, you know? But now we're on lockdown, so I have plenty of time to do looks. I have literally no excuse. So if you want to learn how to do this during your lockdown, keep watching and I will show you how to do it. Bye! So anyway, just to get right into it, as you probably know, unless you don't, and maybe you should listen to me, but we're coronavirus, yeah, that's happening. So we're all on lockdown in the UK because of coronavirus or COVID-19. So I've been trying really hard to be proactive with my makeup and doing artsy stuff because I don't want to be sat on my phone and using technology too much because I don't want my brain to melt, basically. So yeah, this is it. A couple of days ago I posted a look on Instagram, this look here. I was inspired by a girl on Instagram called Beauty by Lauren W. This is her profile here. You should definitely go and give her a little follow. It's this cool tiger safari look. I'm going to redo a look similar to that today, not exactly the same because quite a few of you guys liked it, so I'm going to redo something like that. And also because I've watched the Tiger King series on Netflix and I can't get it out of my brain. Yeah, so I'm basically just going to zoom you in and start doing the eyebrows. Yeah, so I cut my hair the other day because I was getting a little bit bored and it needed a cut anyway, but obviously I can't leave my house, and as if I'm going to pay someone to cut my hair. But I've been this close, like probably less than this, this close to shaving off the tails of my eyebrows. So let me know if you think that's a good idea. Anyway, eyebrows. And I want them to be quite pointed up because, you know, that's... So for my eyebrows, I'm using my Colourpop brow pomade, which is almost finished, but thankfully I got another one. And then after you've done that to your brow, I'm then going to get the Colourpop Brow Boss pencil and just fill in any little bits that I've missed. Yeah, so now see how I haven't tapered my brow down? It means I've got lots of lid space to work with because I've tapered my brow up. Yeah, so I'm just going to go do that to the other eyebrow and I'll be back in a minute. In the meantime, whilst I'm doing that, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok under Chantal Boland. If you want, you don't have to, but it could be cool. You know, if you're taking the time to watch this, you might as well. Why not? It's free. It's free! So what I need to do now is carve out my brows, which for that I'll be using the P. Louise base. Well, yeah, it's there in the shade Rumor Zero. My friend Lyric bought this for me, which was very kind of her. Thank you so much, Lyric. If you're watching, maybe you are. So yeah, I want a flat brush, and I'm going to put a tiny little bit of this on my flat brush, and I'm just going to carve out the brow. Let's be on lockdown, but there seems to be a lot of activity going on in my building. Don't worry about going right down onto the lid, just don't worry. Don't worry yourself about that, we'll come to that later. So then I just sort of pat it on, and now I'm going to go off camera and do the other eyebrow, and I'll see you in a minute. Awesome, so now that we've done that, we can go straight into our colour. I'm going to be using the Zulu palette by Juvia's, and I will be going into this lovely yellow shade right here. But also, before I carry on, I got this new brush cleaner, and basically, you can get these off Amazon for like £3. It's like a sponge, and you don't put water on it or anything, you just give it a little swishy swishy swish for like 3 seconds and it will clean your brushes like of any powder, so you can quickly go and like change colours, but it's actually quite snazzy. So that was a good purchase. Moving on. Going in with this yellow. There's so many noises going on. Everyone's doing renovations now. That's really inconvenient. Anyway, that's gonna really upset me. So we just want to put yellow just under the brow. Yeah, that will do. Now that you've done that, you can now highlight that. So to highlight the brow bone, I'm going to be using this yellow glittery shimmer shade from the Morphe 35B palette. So anyway, going into that shimmery shade, I'm now going to highlight my brow bone. Great, and so now what we're going to do, we are going to cut that eyeshadow into a more uniformed crease because we're now making space for where the tiger print is going to go. And you're now going to cover the lid space with the white P. Louise concealer stuff. Has anyone here got TikTok? I know I keep talking about it, but I'm wondering because I keep getting songs stuck in my head. That stripper song, somebody come get her, she's dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her, she's dancing like a stripper. I was finding myself singing at work, in the shower, making dinner, eating dinner, watching Friends. Like, doesn't matter what I'm doing, that song will just haunt me. It's always with the worms on a string. That's like the best. As you probably know, I quite like worms on strings. I don't know what it is, they just make me laugh. So I was thinking my next look would be a worm on a string. Thoughts? So now that I've done that, it's time to go in with the orange. And you want to leave a gap of white in between the orange and the yellow. I forgot to tell you, sorry. I was going in with the orange from the same Juvia's palette. And once again, it doesn't matter if you go over any areas that you felt like you weren't meant to, because we're going to be cutting this once again. Now for the fun part, we're going to be doing tiger detailing this section of orange, and for that I'm going to be using literally the best black liquid eyeliner I've used. The Glossier, I'm probably saying that wrong because let's be honest, I say everything wrong, Pro Tip liner, and it's literally so good. So yeah, I'm just going to do tiger stripes, and obviously tiger stripes aren't just straight lines, they are more fluid, and no two are identical. You can get a reference picture up if you want. Going in with the P. Louise concealer stuff, and we're going to be cutting that crease. When your heart is in the middle, you're lost within the riddle, the climb's just too high. Right, so now that you've cut that even more, you can go back in and do more tiger-like markings. Like so. That's what it should look like. I mean, it doesn't have to look like that, but somewhat like that. You want to go in with that same orange and the same pointy brush, and you now want to cover the lid in orange, and also we want to wing the orange out. Also blending in some yellow. And just for some inner corner highlight, I'm going to go in with that same yellow. So, really nice pop of glitter. Now I want to do a wing, and for that I'm going to use the Glossier. I don't know how to say any makeup products. I love makeup, but goodness, it's hard. So now that we have done that wing, we're now going to be adding more tiger patterns to that. So basically, if you're wondering what the show is about, it is basically sort of like politics surrounding the big cat owner world. It's about murder, drugs, like literal cults. It's kind of insane, but Loki has some awesome music. You can do the tiger patterns coming off of the wing, which is what I am currently doing. Now what we're going to do is put some orange eyeliner in the waterline of your eye. I'm going in with the NYX Off Tropic Pro Liner in the shade Mimosa Orange. Isn't that fun? So yeah, it's going to chuck that in there now. These are really great eyeliners. Really cheap, like I think they are £5. And you can get them at most Superdrug stores. But also the pigment is actually insane for the price, so I would 10 out of 10 recommend. Now we're going to go in with a orange shade just from the Morphe 35B and go underneath the waterline. The lower lash line is where I was trying to go with it. Now for mascara. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back, I'm going to do the other eye off camera and then we'll go do mascara, etc. I'll see you in other minutes it took to do this. 15, I don't know, see you soon. Great, so I have now done the other eye, and I also added a little something, a little bit of silver glittery liner where the white was, so I'm now gonna do this on. biscuit break, if you will. Custard cream, by the way. Foundation. I'm going to be using the Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. I quite like this foundation, that it is basically just like a giant concealer stick. Now that I've done my foundation, I'll be going in with the concealer in the same brand. Now that I've done the concealer, I want to set it with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is from Tijen. Thank you, Tijen. So I'm going to be setting all the concealed areas. Great, and now that we have done that, we now need to contour our face. So using an angled brush, I'm going to chuck some here and bringing it around the outside of my face. So now that we've contoured, obviously it's still quite harsh, we need to blend that out. So going back into that powder, we're now going to blend that. And now that we've done contour, we're going to be going in with blush, and I'm going to be using Desert Rose by MAC. Awesome, and now I want to do some highlight, and for highlight, I'm going to use two different things. I'm going to be using Ice Cold by Jeffree Star. What can I say? There's not really much to say about it, it's amazing. You know, I don't need to sell it. So I'm going to put a bit of setting spray on my fan brush, just so the highlighter sticks. All that's going all in my tea. And you want to wait for it to dry a little bit, because otherwise it will be patchy. So just dipping into that. And oh, look at that, so beautiful. You can do one lash and then come back and do the other, so you can see how I put them on, and also just to pass the time and hopefully that they'll be finished in. Right, so I'm back over an hour later, because they finally, fingers crossed, have stopped drilling, hammering, whatever they were building Noah's Ark. But anyway, in that time, I stuck on one false eyelash because I could not be bothered waiting any longer. I can't remember if I said this before, but this is what I use to stick my lashes on. Focus that, and this is the lash. I'm just waiting for this glue to dry. Okay, and then I put down the outer corner and now the inner corner. And now what I do is I squish the lash band to my eyelid. Okay, bearing in mind they are still drying, but cool. So now I'm gonna do some lipstick because the timer is about to, not the timer, what's it called, the battery is about to run out, so no surprises there. I will be using the NYX liquid shade in the shade Orange County, I believe this one's called. Yes, Orange County, just to go with the whole tiger theme. I'm just gonna go off camera and even this out because it's gonna take me a while and this battery is screaming at me, and after all the stress I have been through, the noise and everything else, if this battery dies before I finish this video, I'm gonna scream. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so my lipstick is now on. This is the finished look. We'll chuck some setting spray on. Also from Tijen. Thank you so much, Tijen. I love it. It smells amazing, actually. So, that was too much though. Woo. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for coming back if you've come back, and if you were new, thank you so much for giving me a chance. I really love doing these. I love makeup, clearly. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, and at the moment, just stay really, really safe. Only go out of your house if you really, really need to for food, and if you really need to go out and get some fresh air, because I understand being trapped inside the house is a little bit crazy on your mind sometimes. You know, try and stay home and maybe do some baking or some drawing or maybe some tidying, you know, Disney Plus, Netflix, YouTube, find out, learn a new skill on YouTube, for example, like this. Learn how to do this. If you're really bored, learn how to do this. And show me your looks, or any look you do. I love to see them. So yeah, as always, I'll do a montage at the end, because, you know, why not? I'll hopefully be back soon to do another look. If you have any suggestions of what you want me to do, let me know down in the comments, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye! the Revolution Conceal foundation. I am the shade F